of them interviews at the beginning of the season. We said we're going to rehash them at the end. Already had an awesome interview with Kobe Williams. Make sure you go check that interview out. He's doing a lot of stuff out there in Mississippi. Who's who going to be a top probably senior in the state of Mississippi? Might crack in that nation. We got another guy right here that we talked about at the beginning of the season. He's only a freshman, so he's still got 3 more years to do this. And he was already starting on his varsity team, already turning up. My guy, Mr. Wes Wiggins. How you doing, big dog?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing real good, man. So, first of all, let me get the description about you. Like I said, he's a freshman, 6'3", 240-pound, left tackle, defensive tackle, goes to Smithville High in Mississippi. So, let's talk about it. Let's just jump right into it. I looked at some of your tape, man, and man, your tape looked really good. We had already talked about before when you came into the season, how you went to a lot of camps, and you said one of the things that when you went to the camps, you played against a lot of older people, and you liked that because it was going to kind of prepare you for getting ready for varsity this season. Kind of talk about how we talked about that in the summertime, and then kind of how maybe it translated to this season.
It helped a lot. The season pretty well. It wasn't my best game, but I played pretty well. Good to get my feet wet. As the season went on, I started to get a whole lot better. I think this next season coming up, I think some big things are gonna happen.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So basically, you felt like this was, a full year starting on varsity, your first full year starting on varsity. So you're really going to take this at a good learning experience. So, I can say that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So tell me some things that you said, like you said, you played it a little bit as an eighth grader, but now you were thrown in the fire. Hey, I seen an article on you where you were in there for pancakes. We love them pancakes. And I seen you driving some people in the ground, big dog. Like you were driving them off the field, driving the ground. And that's very rare for a freshman to do that. A lot of people wouldn't even thought you were a freshman doing that. So kind of talk about how when you hit this level, what are some of the things that you experienced just from the defensive side of the ball, playing varsity first time, full time?
Defensively, I was lined up in the nose a lot in the 3-4 defense.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It get hit a lot, kind of breaking a little bit to high school.
Okay. Now you played left tackle, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now playing the left tackle position, you're protecting the quarterback's blind side. Now, tell me, did you feel like added pressure with that throwing it at the left tackle because that's the money side? That's where you get all the money at because you're protecting that quarterback. Did you feel added pressure when they threw you right in, or did you kind of say, "Yeah, I want this pressure and I want to even get better and I want to show these guys this was the right call for putting me at the starting place"?
The competition. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, what's some of the things that you kind of worked on during the season? I remember you talked about. You said you wanted to get stronger at the point of attack. You said you wanted to work on your punch and things of that nature. Do you think you worked on those things during the season, or do you think you got better as the season went on?
Definitely. I think off the ball, I was people make them a little scared.
Okay, all right. Now, this was your freshman year. How did I forgot your record? Are you guys? How did you guys end up this year?
We struggled a little bit. We were young team season. He got injured about midway
Okay.
through the season.
Okay, so you guys are still pretty much young. You guys got a young crop of guys pretty much throughout the whole varsity team.
We had some a lot of juniors this season. They didn't have any real varsity, so we got all of us got good varsity.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now, do you think you guys got better as the season went on? Do you think you got better as the season went on?
I think our team definitely got better. You look at the first games, I feel like we got a whole lot better as a team.
Okay. Now, what do you think you want to work on after this season is over? The season's over, obviously. What do you think you want to really take from this season? And what do you really reflect on this season? What do you really say, what do I really need to get better at heading into my sophomore year?
What I need to get better is really just staying low, keep on
Okay,
getting
so you
stronger.
said staying low, getting stronger. What do you think about? Do you think your hand placement was pretty good this season? Footwork, do you think you were pretty good at that? You feel like you want to improve on those certain type of things as well?
My footwork, it was all right. It needs to get better. Hands are good. I didn't think I don't know if they even got called. So I think that was pretty good.
Okay. Now you said you played defensive tackle on that 3-4. How do you feel like you played on that defensive side of the ball? And what do you feel like you need to get better at that when you continue to play that position as well?
Uh, well, I got about the season at defensive tackle, and really I just need to work it in penetration. Really,
Now, do you like playing the defensive tackle spot? Do you like the zero? Do you like to play the one? Do you like to play head up over the center? Do you like to play in the gaps?
I'm bull rush.
So you like to show that power, huh?
Yes, sir.
You like that nitty gritty work. All right. So did you so obviously you were the first year starting as a freshman left tackle. I don't know how big of a feat that is at your school. I don't know how many starting freshman left tackles there's been. But going into that next year, which is your sophomore season, did you have any schools reach out to you? Did you have any maybe interest from some schools? Don't have to be no Division 1, just any kind of colleges that kind of got a notice of you. And did you hear any noise?
Letters from some D2s, and I've got a little bit of JUCO, but that's
Okay. Now, how did that feel getting your letters for the first time?
excited about that.
Yeah. So did that make you feel like, yeah, I want to go even harder? Maybe this is something I want to really, hone my talents in and maybe get great in. Because once you start getting those letters, did that kind of inspire you to say, yeah, I really want to do harder in the summer and really kind of take my game to the next level?
Yeah, definitely. I want a whole lot more letters than what I got already.
Okay. All right. Now, I know the season just ended and the summer's a long way away. But maybe what's some of your thoughts and maybe some plans as you're getting ready to head into the next season? What do you feel like you really want to kind of touch on in the summer and maybe get better at physically? And then maybe where you want to go, maybe camps or things of that nature, maybe have your eyesight on something in the horizon?
Well, in about a month, I'm going to Dallas Stadium, dream All American game. I'm going to go to a bunch of games, FAU next weekend.
All right. So how does that kind of feel? You in that All American Bowl, right? How did that feel getting elected to the All American Bowl and then playing it at at a young age?
Oh yeah, that felt really good. I was really
So when you got the invitation, so where is it at again exactly?
AT&T Stadium.
Oh, okay. So now you playing with the big boys over there at AT&T, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, is this this All American Bowl that you're playing in? Is this all divisions? Is this a certain division that you're playing in with other division players, or how are they kind of put that team together?
All around the country, from I think 26 to 24 on being the underclassmen game. Then they have a senior game.
Okay, so you're playing in the underclassmen game, and then they got a Senior Bowl game too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So when you're getting there, so obviously you're not there, you haven't seen it, but once you get into the AT&T Stadium, I'm sure it's going to change a lot of feelings. You're probably going to get those nervous. You're in Cowboy Stadium. You feel me? You're going to get those nervousness. Tell me what you really want to show the coaches when you get there.
I want to show them that I'm the best. I want to show them that I'm better than anybody else they brought in.
I like that attitude. All right. So obviously this season is over. How do you feel like your team is going to be next year? Obviously, you said your team took some lumps this year. You said you had a lot of inexperience, had a lot of young guys, a lot of juniors really hadn't played really the varsity. So you guys said you said you guys got better as the season went on. How do you feel next year, heading into next year about your team as a whole?
Next year, I think we're going to be a whole different team. Make plays that we didn't make, catch balls that we couldn't catch, block. I think we'll be.
All right, all right. Now, do you want to stay at that left tackle position? I know a lot of kids say, I'll play anywhere," but some kids like to say, "Hey, I like to stay at a specific spot and kind of hone my talent right there." You played left tackle as an eighth grader, and you're playing at left tackle now, and that's really the money spot. Is that a position you would rather stay at, or does it really matter where you play?
I love playing left tackle, though. Where I've been trying to get better at center, being able to snap the ball.
Now that'd be a good versatility right there, playing the center position because you're making all the calls. So you got to be the smart guy on that line. You got to be getting everybody in there. So you know what? That's taking a lot of leadership right there because you're going to make the calls and everything is be falling on you. So for you to step up and say you want to do that, that's leadership right there. All right. So tell me some things that you like. Some people, how you were playing, right? Tell me some coaches, maybe some players that kind of stood out to you, possibly like some coaches. Who do you want to give a shout out to as we get ready to kind of head off of here that kind of made an impact on you during this season, maybe kind of helped you get better,
All my coaches, all my high school, they all pushed me to be great. The weight room, then out of practice, watch. They should get better.
Okay. Now, are you going to play any other sports besides football this season?
Do powerlifting. I got that. And I'm going to think about doing a shot in the spring, but I'm not sure.
All I'm going to say is this. You don't have to do it, Wes, but I'm going to just say if you were ever interested in this, you should think about training some wrestling. I don't know how you'd ever think about that, but to me, you look like you'd be a good wrestler. And if you're a wrestler, and I know people who have actually wrestled and played football, and they usually play on the offense or defensive lines, they're 10 times ahead of everybody because the hand placement, you're doing a lot of things when you wrestle, and a lot of offensive linemen, defensive linemen take up wrestling, and it gives them a big advantage. So I don't know if you ever considered that, and I don't know if you have any interest, but if you do, I think that's something that you definitely should look at because I think it will make you even a better player. And I think it will put you on a different level than everybody else because you already have the talent. I've seen your tape. You already have the talent. You already have the size. You already have the know-how and the will to get better and be great. So I think that if you want to try another sport, keep your eye on that. I think you would be good at that sport too. And I think it would take you to another level in football. So just keep that in consideration. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, do you got any shout outs before you want to head off here? Maybe mom, dad, anybody that was a good, powerful influence for you this season?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my little brother, all my coaches, all my team that pushed me to be great.
Nice. Now, give me some before this is my last question to you. Give me some schools that how you went to some camps this past season. I know you went to Jeffrey Simmons camp. You said you had a really good time. You went there. Now, maybe you might not have these exactly in mind, but do you have any type of camps that you have your eyes and your sights on that, hey, I had a pretty good freshman year. I really want to go to these camps and compete so these coaches can kind of see me. Do you have any kind of camps in mind?
College camp, a lot of college camps this summer. But then like 9 college camps, I'm go to the next gen, and then FBU, VTO, and Under Armour camp.
All right. Now, Under Armour camp is huge because that's kind of the who's who, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, and we really love that, and I really can't wait to see. And like I said, what we're going to do, Wes, I got your tape, and I posted some of Kobe's tape yesterday because we had his interview. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post some of your tape so people can actually see what we're talking about. I'm almost going to post your stats as much as I can know because I've seen articles that were done on you. So I'm going to try to kick out as much stats as I can for you. please go check this kid out, Wes Wiggins, 6'2", 240 pounds, about to be 6'3", only a sophomore left tackle with a money position. Go check his tape. You'll be able to see it on my YouTube. He's a road grader. He's a pancake guy. He's a guy that puts you in the ground. I've seen some tape. Then you put him in the ground and you lay on him. I've seen that. You like Kobe. You once you put him in the ground, y'all be laying on them guys. Y'all don't even give them a chance to get up. And then when they do get up, they just be looking at you like, man, you have to be like that.
Oh yeah, me and Kobe all the time.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. And got some really nice offensive linemen in the state of Mississippi, and we got some real dogs, some real young guys coming in the fold. So please check out Wes Wiggins. He's coming for you, man. Check him out on the summer circuit. We'll be pushing you, and we're going to have another interview when you start your sophomore season. So we're going to keep you in the loop so we can basically watch your career unfold and watch it blossom, man. We can see you as you started as a freshman. And it's going to be amazing to see you as a senior, Wes. And then you'd be like, yeah, I'm ready to go here. You know what I mean? All that talk that we had talked about and all that work that you put in, you're going to about to see the fruits of your hard labor. So we really appreciate you taking out the time to do another awesome interview. We wish you the best of luck in your camps and things of that nature. And we're going to be talking to you soon. For Big Game James, Mr. Wes Wiggins, make sure you check out the tape and check out his Twitter because this kid is going places. Big Game James, we out. Peace.